Hi, folks. Welcome to the Weekend Investing Daily Bite of 26 September. Another day, another morning, and Mr. Trump tweets that he's going to put 100% tariff on all pharma coming to the US, which is non generic in nature. And those units who are currently deploying some construction or building plants will be spared. And of course, any other product, pharma product coming in, will have to bear this, and this will be done from next week onwards. So while most of the Indian pharma is generic drugs, some of them is certainly impacted. And you actually have to see that you start with generics and then you basically graduate to the products and the licenses of the product. So this entire value addition part of the industry will go for a toss like this unless they have US manufacturing units. So Trump is also in a way executing an Atmanirbhar situation in the US where he's wanting Americans to be deployed, factories to come to America, and honestly, you can't find fault in that intent. The way of doing it by making all your friends and allies um, move away from your trade is probably not the best way, but that's how things are. So India market completely in a tizzy. Our ministers are sitting there in Washington DC last 4 days. Then they're releasing press reports that discussions are going on very well. It doesn't seem like that. I mean, the language of the press release tells me that we are probably, at the losing end of the negotiation, um, and the market is actually waiting closure on this. Either which way the closure should come, this uncertainty of not knowing what will happen is killing the market, and markets basically tanking very hard in the day today. And this week has been a completely washed out week, if I can say so. Um, let's look at some of the data for the day. Disclaimer as always, please read fully and understand it and then move forward in the video. And as always, my request is to subscribe to the channel. Charts, pretty ugly looking chart, Nifty losing almost a percent. We have completely uh, lost, not completely, but significantly lost the gain that we made from August end. So September was a sort of a nil month for the Indian market, and September October period is usually a killer month for global equity. So I'm just hoping that we don't enter into some sort of a bloodletting phase in September or October. But whatever comes, and we have to be prepared with our strategy to deal with that. Nifty Junior, remarkable sort of fall in just 4 days from 70,400 to 67,000, 1.68% gone in just today. Markets are certainly oversold in the very short term. So there could be a bounce anytime. I was expecting a bounce today, but it didn't happen. And here you can see the big damage happening. Mid caps down 1.94% and small caps down 2.14%. So all the optimism of the recent weeks has gotten blunted. Nifty banks also dropping 1.07%, and banks anyways were not near the top of the chart earlier as well. But whatever little rally banks had also came off very very sharply. Gold is sitting there at all-time highs, near all-time highs, 0.07% gain, 11,341 rupees per gram. It is not letting go actually. Despite the gain, it is not letting go. So today I read a tweet where it said that somebody was trying to buy gold for the last 6 months, and every month, whenever there was some correction, small corrections, he would step back and not buy, and then when market advances he would wait for the next correction. So a lot of folks miss out on rallies by just keep waiting for correction. It is an allocation that should matter. I mean, if you are going from 2% to 5% allocation, just keep deploying in a SIP way. That's the best way of doing it without looking at price. Advanced decline trends, very, very dismal. 42 advances to 458 declines. Advances were crushed completely. Bulls were crushed completely, and no place to hide. In the heat map, you can see more than the pharma stocks. Sun Pharma was down 2.5% by the end of it. Zydus, Cipla, Dr. Reddy's also down. But IT stocks bashed down. Auto stocks also down. Steel stocks down. Recent runners like Eternal, Asian Paints, uh, Trent, Wipro, Bajaj Finance also down. So this entire GST uh, happiness that was created has been washed out. So we had only L&T, ITC, Tata Motors, Aisha Motors, Reliance to some extent gain a little bit of ground. Nifty Next 50 was even more red. Adani stocks down, PSU banks down, LTIM, Divi's Lab, Hyundai, DMart, IRFC, all doing. CG Power, which has been very, very strong, no place to hide. Mover of the day, Idea. Supreme Court has once again deferred the verdict to October 6th. The stock had run up from 6 rupees 20 paisa to 6, now almost 9 rupees. That perhaps the dues that are there to the government will get modified into some sort of an equity situation. A chance is still there, but now the verdicts have been uh, deferred, and perhaps there is a slump because of that. 7.6% down on Idea. Sectoral trends, there is no positive sector today. The least hit sector is infrastructure at minus 0.43%, and the most hit is Nifty IT at 2.45%, tourism 2.29%, defense 2.27%, pharma 2.1, metals 1.93, PSU banks 1.7, manufacturing 1.5. The list is very, very long of the damage that is there today. So now the markets are really in a stage where some positive outcome is being uh, is required now to change this complete crisis of confidence that we are having. IT stocks going to new recent lows. This is not good news at all. Oracle, Persistent, Coforge, Emphasis, and Wipro all down. And if you also see the long-term chart of IT stocks, we are very close to breaking, important levels. Tourism also down. So just look at this: one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eighth day of tourism crash. 2.29% today, 3.5% down on chalet hotels, Indian hotels, BLS, Jubilant, Valor. Suddenly, there's a lot of fall, and I am suspecting that people are now getting a little concerned about not having had made any returns, and the inflows perhaps is it can get impacted. Let's see towards the end of the month what numbers we get for the inflows. Tweet of the day. So Exter's pyramid is something that is very important concept. Um, this is probably the most important lesson I've learned in 30 years. So look up Exter's pyramid. It is basically telling you the hierarchy of uh, monetary instruments, where gold sits at the bottom of that inverted pyramid. I wish I could have put uh, the graphic here. So basically, what Exter was a economist, and what he proposed was that everything that exists there, whether it is real estate, whether it is futures and options, whether it is all any kind of derivative, equity, everything basically is a derivative of the base layer of the monetary system, which is gold. So whenever governments will want, they will revalue gold, and they will set things right, and that is the whole basis of the entire sort of financial structure. It's a very interesting read. So a lot of people will not agree with it, that's fine, but do look up Exter's pyramid, and you'll have some new great knowledge. This is very important. This morning I woke up, and I saw these news items saying Accenture has beaten revenue estimates. Accenture, is giving out dividends. It looked very good on the face of it, but when I looked at the price, it it was just dropping, 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 and uh, the whole thing was that maybe there was a guidance miss for Accenture. So stock price can move very differently from what the headlines is screaming. Headlines could be screaming, revenue has been beaten, big dividends are coming, but the stock price is actually going another way. So the idea is that never sort of jump on a stock after reading an headline, because by the time the headline has been made, the stock has already reacted. The stock was already, going to do its thing before the common man will come to know about it. So the headline is always late, almost always late, and the stock price is almost always leading the story that is going to come. So that's sort of the message that was there in this tweet. So today is the Ask Weekend Investing round day, Friday. So we'll see you at 8 p.m. and I'll try to answer some of your questions. Do like and share this video if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.